You want the truth? Well, here's the wicked truth.
If you do that again,
What about it?
I'm gonna set your hair on fire. Somebody give me a lighter. Do we got one of them Cloud9 lighters left in here?
Hey, look here.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
But when I started out though, you know, when me and Dro came out, if you go back to the type flight training, can believe it or not, the reason why me and Dro didn't stay with Raheem, I guess, you know, because Raheem always had a great plan, and man, he a great businessman. He got a great vision. But it was just that we wanted to go somewhere else because I kept coming home every day. It's like, y'all niggas gonna do that shaky booty music, Raheem, ain't you? You know, and I had to go back to bankhead and trap.
Right.
You know, so it was. I think that kind of weighed down, and that wasn't his fault either. And because we was just straight on gangsta. I think the hardest verse I ever hit was the one with me, Pastor Troy, and Drummer. Right. With that It's on the Map. You know, let down the police, knocking on my door, put the GB out, because I had just got out for the same situation I was in. And so everybody knew I was a hardhead, and Raheem trying to get us to do that. So it's funny that you know, Shawty Lo, right? I know he that he wouldn't want any. When he was in jail, he was like, don't put that song out, you know, with the Laffy Taffy, because we had built so much with around that way, you know, on the D4L brand, and you know, everybody felt like it was gonna hurt the brand or whatever, and I just felt like it was time for a change in what I was doing, because it was just killer, shoot this, shoot that, and you know, that's basically what it was. But I think it was moving more towards the pills in that era, and people was having more fun.
Now, before I get into
you know, I
Shawty
came up
Lo,
off of y'all, everything was killer.
Yeah, exactly.
But he cut a song with
y'all
he cut a song
talking
with
more
Dro.
about y'all struggle though.
He cut a song with Dro.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that song? What was that? How You Do That?
Which one? That was actually for my project. I think we did that down here at Patchwork. That was actually for my project that I was working on after the D4L project and stuff or whatever. But me and Dro, we actually got 2 albums together.
Right.
You know, yeah. So y'all, this is, you got to go dig on the internet or whatever.
Have y'all released that? Are they released?
Trust me, Raheem releases stuff all the time.
Before I move on into and get into Shawty Lo, because I do want to, people want to hear, you know, from you about that. I kind of wanted to touch on the rest of the members of the group.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know who D4L was.
Yeah.
Not the hang-alongs.
Yeah.
Not the groupies.
Yeah.
Who was D4L, every member?
D4L was me, myself, Fabo2. You had Stony Man, Stunt Man. You got Moot B, whatever, and you had Lil Mark. And we had a couple of members, you know what I mean, Brasky. He always gave 50% worth of input, you know, even though he went into videos and stuff like that. And you had Baby Girl, you know, which was the first lady. She ended up getting pregnant and stuff like that, but she always been a part of the clique, too.
Now, but were y'all all friends before the music?
I was the outcast. Like, I came from a whole nother hood. Like, I wasn't supposed to be nowhere around these cats. Like, every time you see these 5 people that just got killed at the pool palace before we started hanging out with each other from all our hoods. So, you know, it's just, it's, you know, you trying to bridge the gap. Like, I guess I like to say, you know, even though I was a part of that, the stuff that I was doing to eat. Like, you know, I wouldn't, you know, just, like, I see you walking down the street, I'm trying to pull up on you, like, the baby needs some Pampers, but I don't know what to do. Right. You know, I might jump out of the car anywhere. Right. So, you know, I was already on that mission right there, and I think my luck had just ran out, you know, at that point or whatever, you know, trying to get something accomplished doing that. You know what I'm saying? I just realized I wasn't going to get nothing accomplished doing that. And I remembered, you know, Shawty Lo's sister from a program, the Alcohol Substance Abuse program. But believe it or not, I hooked up with her.
On 13.
And she plugged me back with Lo. So, you know, Lo kind of pulled me out of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shawty Lo.
Yeah, definitely.
R.I.P. Shawty Lo.
Shawty Lo.
You know, it goes without saying that, you know, you know, his death was a surprise, a shock.
Definitely.
When I heard it, I can remember, you know, laying in bed and I got a call. You know, Shawty Lo's been in an accident.
Yeah.
And I thought I was just like, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine, which he has passed since then, Phil.
Yeah.
And Phil called me and told me that, and he was like, you know, Shawty Lo's been in an accident. So I was saying, you know, well, is he all right? Is he all right? He was like, well, you know, I think he passed, but he wasn't quite sure yet, you know, and when I woke up and everybody was talking about it, I was just like, you know, I was going to reach out for you or Mook. I know he had the radio station, some little radio station or something. Yeah. I was going to reach out for you guys, but I kind of fell back and just watched everything because everybody was kind of, you know, bombarding y'all with, I knew they did the thing off of Bankhead and so much stuff going along. Right from your mouth, man, kind of take me through, your feelings, man. What Shawty Lo meant to you,
devastating. Devastating. That's
and what are some of the, what gets you through everything today, man? When you think about such a great man.
I still got text messages. Got a couple of messages on my phone, Right to this day, I'm still shocked. Like, you don't even believe how much he meant. Because I've been playing this behind the scenes for a long time or whatever. And, he always he was like a guidance counselor. I can call him at 4 o'clock in the morning. Here, boo. He always, he going to answer no matter what state, what city he in. And I think I missed that the most. But just devastating, man. When it happened, it just broke me all the way down. I'm thinking for about 2 months. I'm still like right now because I've been on the road so much. I went to Korea, Japan. I haven't had a chance to just sit down.
Right.
And it's like every time I'm back in the States, I've been back I just came from Texas, and as soon as I get out the home, I'm always doing interviews about it. Right. So it's like I'm grieving in public sometimes.
Wow. I mean, Shawty Lo was, me personally, he was a guy that, I kind of felt like at certain times that, like Ghetto Mafia was kind of, left out by certain people in the industry.
Yeah.
But Lo was always a guy, along with a few other rappers, not every rapper, but Lo was always a guy that, that'll hit Ghetto Mafia and be like when he did the Foolish video. I want to say it was off of it was in some little project back in the day. It wasn't Born Home, but it was one of those projects. He had the little yellow Ferrari or something like that. Yeah. And he called him. We was around the back. Johnny was out there, and he was like, Ghetto Mafia, y'all come on out, man, and even though it's a West Side thing, man, bring Decatur out, y'all come on and jump in the video. Yeah. And I got a small little part in the Dun Dun video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small little part.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, it's some of the memories that I have of him. The birthday bash, he would always come up and, Ghetto Mafia, how you doing? I was the last birthday bash we was at the old school in the Tabernacle.
Yeah, I was there.
Me and Nino were talking. We were talking, and there was a bunch of people in the room.
Yeah,
I heard somebody say, Ghetto Mafia, what's up? And I look back and it's Lo. And so I'm like, Lo, man, what's going on? He said, man, I couldn't let y'all walk out the room, man, without hollering at you. And these are memories I have. That's the type of guy he was.
Yeah.
Touch on just, the influence that he had on Bankhead.
Just real good dude. I mean, I like to tell people when I was in high school, he'd pull up, while we out there, I was in the band. And we'd be out there playing and we'll be practicing. Lo pull up, like he'll go to the ice cream truck down there where they was, and he'd pull up and he got drinks, whatever, because it was hot out there. And that type of kindred spirit always with him. I mean, just anywhere we ever was, if we get to the club, though, he got everybody. You ain't even got to ask when you get in the club, who buying the bottles. He ain't even going to let you do that type of stuff.
Nature,
I mean, it wouldn't, and sometimes I felt like he just had so much, and he was in a small situation before we was rappers, that he was trying to give it away. You see what I'm saying? Because he couldn't put it up nowhere, enough for you. Feel what I'm saying? So I used to feel like that, like you trying to give it away, let me hold some. And he always there for you, man. Like I said, I think my first experience with Lo, I had moved in the trap. Right. I ain't even want to leave. Like, that's what I'm telling you.
Right.
Johnny, they took me out. I didn't even want to go home. I'm like, I'm in the trap. Yeah, man, but I was in a bad place anyway, though, at the time. And, just the embracing it. I've seen so many dudes just come and go and, be able to walk back up. We be in Arkansas. I remember this guy from Arkansas. He had hung out with us for a little while or whatever. And when we ended up in Arkansas, or whatever, Lo hit him up. This dude turned out to be one of them dudes or whatever, because Lo been jugging with him and helping him out. But I hadn't seen him since, he was at the studio that time. But it's just the type of stuff that he do, and he doing it from the counters as a hard. So
did Lo put together D4L?
Yeah, it was all. I mean, before it was a group, it was just a clique.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm a draft pick. I grew up in Perry Home, and we was always beefing with Hollywood Coat. Like, we just could not get along. Like, until Outkast stood and said, whoever want to mess with Hollywood Coat, I think it just
they put it on the map.
They had the little recognition, and we kind of didn't like that. You know what I mean? But they did the Bombs Old Bad Dad and Born Home and all of that. Right. And it was just a whole bunch, like, everybody was getting that attention up that hill. But I guess when I came back to the Bankhead side or whatever, and you seeing more of these cats every day and all of that, I think we started clicking, and Mook B kind of kind of help it all glue together. Again, you know,
and I want to ask you something real fast before I let Stack go in. Out of the whole D4L, and you know, you have this clique. You and Shawty Lo were really the only two that successfully transitioned to solo stardom.
Yeah.
Tell me, you know, why is that? Was it a different work ethic?
No, I mean, the group always have been working. And Stuntman, he always out there too. He more dealing with artists and stuff like that. A lot of these cats play the behind the scenes. And be more of a radio guy. He more of a personality for TV. He always in these clubs when you go. He hosting the shows and stuff like that. So that's more their thing. You know what I mean? And you know, some are just trappers. Like, it's just hard to get you out the trap. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you look up in time just passing by. You know, so to the regular fan out there or whatever, you know, that sucks. You feel what I'm saying? But
correct.
Sometimes life's just get in the way for.
Is there going to be another, you know, without Lo, is there going to be a tribute album, or is there something that the fans can look forward to?
We always had worked on songs and stuff. Right before Lopez, we was all out at his house, and we had a session, and we got some songs from that session. So yeah, we working on it.
You want the truth? Well, here's the wicked truth.